People who never post their photos online learned something painful very early in life. They learned that being seen is not always safe, that attention is not always kind, that the world has an opinion about your face before it ever hears your name. And somewhere along the way, they decided it was safer to disappear. This video is for them, for you. Scroll through any social media app right now. Selfies, smiles, highlight reels. Everyone performing their best version for a world that is always watching. And then there are the others, the quiet ones, the ones with no profile picture, or a sunset, or a quote, or nothing at all. People assume they are shy, or private, or just not interested in social media. But that is almost never the real reason. The real reason lives much deeper. It started years ago, long before Instagram existed, long before anyone had a phone. It started the first time someone made them feel like their face was a problem. A comment in school, a look from someone they trusted, a laugh they were not supposed to hear, and something inside them quietly closed. Psychologists call it appearance-based rejection sensitivity, but that is a complicated name for a very simple wound. I was made to feel that how I look is not good enough, and when that feeling gets planted early enough, it does not stay in the past. It follows you into the mirror every morning, into every photo someone tries to take of you, into every group picture where you find yourself standing slightly behind someone else. Not because you are hiding, because hiding feels like protection. If you do not post, you cannot be judged. If you cannot be judged, you cannot be hurt. Invisibility became the armor they never asked to wear. But here is what nobody talks about. Armor is heavy, and living inside it is exhausting, because part of them, a deep, quiet part, still wants to be seen. Not by everyone, just by someone who will look and not flinch. Let me tell you about someone. Her name does not matter. She could be anyone. She could be you. She has 847 followers. Not one of them has ever seen her face. Her profile picture is a field, a photograph of open land with no one in it. She chose it on purpose. She remembers being 14. Someone posted a photo of her without asking. A candid, unposed, unguarded. The comments came fast. She read every single one. She told herself she did not care. She deleted the app that night. That was 11 years ago. She is 25 now. She has a job she is good at, friends who love her, a laugh that fills a room, but she still tilts away from cameras. Still says, "I look terrible in photos" before anyone asks. Still carries 14 with her everywhere she goes. And the saddest part? She is absolutely beautiful. She just cannot see it, because someone else's words got there first. Here is what the research says. People who avoid being photographed are not vain in reverse. They are grieving. Grieving a version of themselves that was never allowed to exist freely. A version that was criticized before it could bloom, compared before it could stand on its own, judged before it could speak. The wound was never about the photo. It was always about whether you were enough, and comparison made it worse. Every perfect face in a feed became a quiet reminder of everything they believed they were not. Thin enough, bright enough, clear-skinned enough, interesting enough. The algorithm was designed to make you feel this way. Courts have proven it. Scientists have documented it. The apps were built to make you feel small, so you would keep scrolling, and it worked. But here is what the algorithm never tells you. The people you're comparing yourself to are also hiding something. The filter is not a face. The angle is not honesty. The highlight reel is not a life. You are comparing your reality to someone else's performance and losing a game that was never real. There is a story. A young man, overlooked by his own family, left outside while his brothers were presented to the most important visitor of their lives. Nobody called him in. Nobody thought to mention him. He was not in the frame. His brothers were taller, stronger, more impressive. The kind of people who got picked first, and he was in a field, alone, with no audience, no one watching. But God was watching. And God says something that should stop you completely. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance. But the Lord looks at the heart. The world had already decided he was not worth noticing. God had already decided he was the answer. That young man was David, the one left out of the photo, the one nobody thought to include, the one God chose anyway. The world overlooks hidden people. God does not. He has never needed your profile picture to know your worth. He saw you before you were born, and He has never looked away. So let me say something to the person who has not posted a photo in months or years or ever. Your face is not the problem. Someone's cruelty was the problem. Someone's insecurity was the problem. A culture built on comparison was the problem. You were not too much. You were not too little. You were seen by the wrong eyes at the wrong moment. And you believed what they said because you were young enough and soft enough to absorb it as truth. It was not truth. It was pain, dressed up as an opinion. And you have been living inside someone else's pain for long enough. The quiet ones, the ones who watch but never appear, the ones with no profile picture. They are not invisible to God. They are known completely, fully, without a filter, without an angle, without a performance, known and chosen anyway. If this video found you today, it was not random. Maybe you needed to hear that the silence you live in is not emptiness, it is depth. Maybe you needed to hear that the part of you that hides from cameras is not broken, it is wounded, and wounds heal. Not all at once, not overnight, but they heal. You do not have to post to be real. You do not have to be seen by the world to matter. David was chosen in a field with no audience. Your moment is coming too, in your own time, in your own field. If this video described your life even a little, comment "God sees me" below, not for likes, not for attention, just to claim it for yourself. And if you want a place where quiet people finally feel understood, subscribe to Bible Awaken. Because this channel was built for the ones the world scrolled past and God never did.